Oh, do you like art and cereal?
Me too. So let's make art with cereal.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Thank you, HP, for doing my intro for me.
Today we are going to be diving into another product package challenge in our new sketchbook. This will be our first spread in our new one, and I'm very excited to get to it. If you don't know what the product package challenge is, on this channel we like to take packages and find the palette that they have used to create this package. We will swatch out our colors to the best of our ability and then try to come up with a scene or a character using only these colors. Whenever I saw this cereal box, to be fair, I didn't see the palette. HP had an eye this time, but look at the back of this box. This box, in general, the back is just inspiring art already. And so I can't wait to get these colors swatched and come up with hopefully something nice. For starters, I'm just gonna, so that it will be easier to reference. Also worth noting, there are a few colors in here that are for calibration purposes of the ink printers. So the colors that we are going to be working with are these purples and yellows, blues and pinks. Generally, we'll want to match the most saturated ones because the lighter colors are like 50%, 25%, yada yada yada. But we'll see how that goes. I'm really loving this light purple, so we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Feel like there's quite a few boxes around our house. They have little floppy bits because I just keep ripping them apart to see if there's a palette in there. Okie dokie. I have already started doing things in here, like the scrawler box that we did. I think I'm going to catalog the scrawler box things in the back of this. That way they're all in one place. Here we go. Nice blank spread to start out with. I'm gonna prop up our box for inspiration. I am gonna swatch on my, well, one of my favorite marker papers here, just so we can avoid the bleed if we can. Also, I have my swatch sheet here for said marker paper, so this should be make it a little bit easier to find the colors that are displayed here. I'm gonna go ahead and just hold these up to the different colors and see. P4 seems like a good for the purple. And I think I am gonna find this little light purple here because I just can't help myself. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be V030 or R11. Let's do V030. Yeah, you know what, since we only have 4 colors to match, I will pull the saturated version and the like muted pastel-y version, if you will. For the yellow, Y3 seems pretty good. Y2 is a little too orange, so yeah, let's go with Y3. For the light yellow, a little trickier. Y02 seems pretty good, or even, ooh, that one's good too. Let's grab that one. It's just labeled M, so that tells me that it's not an Ohuhu marker, so one moment. That will be this color that we got in a scrawler box, and it is Moonlight, which is why it's labeled as an M. Blues and pinks, let's see. The darkest blue, I think, is this PB8. Yeah, let's do that. Cerulean blue. And for this blue, I think I'm gonna go with the B250, which is just light blue. Okay, last color is this pinky color. I think RP1 is gonna be our best bet. Vivid reddish purple. And then the lighter one, who are you gonna be? R22 is pretty good. It's a little light, but yeah, I think we're gonna lean towards that, the R22, which is Ballet Pink. Now that we have our buttload of colors, it is time for the swatching. Oh, and I should probably label them too. Golden Grams product package challenge. Okay, let's start with the purple. And then the yellow. Just seeing these two colors together, I've got stuff already going in my brain. blue. And pink. Ooh, that is very bright. Okay, I'm gonna secure this bad boy right up here. Yeah. You go right here. Thank you very much, sir. Just in case for snacking, you never know. These colors, just looking at them, really just scream summer to me. I'm thinking about obviously a cute little girly. I think that we can put together a pretty cute lady with this. I want to sketch out a few ideas before we settle on one thing. Right. Because I want to draw a girly, I think we could probably draw some simplified little girly shapes over here and get the outfit nailed down. And then we can figure out what pose, what she's doing, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Get these little people on here. I think I do want to do a full body, but you know what? We'll figure that out. Voila. 3 ladies waiting to be designed. I do like to get inspired by the product itself, the different textures and colors that you can see, which whenever I see this, it reminds me of like a little quilt square. Maybe not in the outfit specifically, but maybe a blanket she's sitting on or something like that could have this texture. I'm not quite sure how I would get that color, but I don't know. We'll figure it out. Let me write some little ideas over here real quick. I'm gonna put like quilt / picnic blanket maybe, since we did just talk about that. Maybe a summery dress. You see butterflies a lot in the summer, so bright colors also make me think of like butterflies and flowers and stuff, so I'll write that down. Ooh, maybe even we'll put down a floppy hat, maybe. Floppy hat, question mark? And one of these ladies will draw a floppy hat on them and see if we like it or not. Okay. The first thought I had was like a cute little summer dress with maybe some like little lace pieces or ruffles. Maybe have some lace in the bodice part. That's pretty cute. I do like that. Maybe we can do one that is a little more simple, so no ruffles, but we could make it like a gingham design or like flowers or something. I think that would be cute. Okay, maybe some ruffles on the bottom because I can't help myself. Maybe some cute buttons down the front. I'm gonna make it gingham, I think. How, okay, I'm gonna have to look up a reference for gingham because the heckin', I don't know. I know that it's like checkerboard, but not. Okay, so if I just do a little horizontal lines across like this, technically the lines themselves would be the color and then the white would just be the little squares that show up in between the color. So it starts looking like a checkered pattern, but if you color it correctly, we'll get gingham. I don't hate that, but it does seem a little plain, like maybe she needs a cardigan or something. Trying to do it oversized a little bit so that it comes like off her shoulder on one side. Yeah, no, I don't think I like that. Boo, 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 boo. Kind of looked like a blazer, and that's not what I'm going for here. I want her to look like bubbly and cute. You know, nothing new. What if we put little bows at the top here? Okay, that's pretty cute. All right. Okay, that solves my boring issue, I think. I think that gives me enough oomph for that dress. You know what neither one of these have? Poofy sleeves. And if you've been here at all, you know that I love my poofy sleeves. So I feel like one of them has to at least have that as an option, you know, at the bare minimum. Maybe do a little ruching up here. And then this one, we can just do like one of those cute little layered dresses. Ruffles underneath, of course. And then maybe a scalloped edge here. with little, I don't know, embellishments, like embroidery design maybe. I don't know, put a bunch of dots there and see what happens. As far as the hair goes, I feel like, I don't think that any of these would look super cute with a floppy hat. I just don't see the aesthetic shining through there, I guess. We can do headbands though. I'm gonna start on this one because this one is the one that's calling to me the most. I love the bows. And I think that if we did like a long wavy hairstyle, go figure, and then had like a headband that had a bow in it too, kind of holding it back, would be pretty cute. Oh gosh, yeah, that's stinking adorable. For this one, I'm kind of thinking along the same lines, but maybe up and like a cute little messy bun and maybe like a kerchief or something wrapped around the messy bun. Little tendrils, of course. That's cute too. And then for this one, I think maybe she has 2 sets of braids coming down, which my brain always gets confused when drawing braids. So just trust me, these are braids. Okay. Yeah, looking at all 3 of these, pretty sure we're gonna go with this middle one here. Oh, I gotta figure out a skin tone with these colors. What the heckin'? I wonder if I take our light pink and our light yellow. Oh, oops, this wasn't our light yellow. Okay, let's try that again. Our light pink, not this yellow, our light yellow. If that'll make a skin tony color. I mean, yeah, I think that is skin tony enough. Not this one. We don't want our character to have jaundice. So I am thinking of making her dress yellow, making her hair purple, and her eyes blue. Where does the pink come in? Ooh, maybe she's sipping a pink lemonade, or there's little pink butterflies around her. That would be pretty cute. Also, I still want to figure out how to get the heck in this color. But like, you know what? I'm gonna zhuzh some colors together over here and see if I can even get anywhere close to those. I mean, that's not too shabby. What I ended up doing, where's my fine line? How do I lose things when I don't move? So this color is the Y3 plus the V030 and the R22. Oh, this one is the M plus the R22. Need to keep that in mind as well. I'm gonna put down pink lemonade over here just in case skis. Okay, I'm gonna lighten her and see if my colors in my brain flow like I want them to. Dab it just a little bit. I don't think I'm gonna put shoes on her if she's a summer girly, and I think that's fine. Okay, let's do the skin first. Make her look like a Simpsons character, and then we'll put the pink on top. Give her little blushies because duh. For the yellow, I think I'm gonna do light yellow on the horizontal lines and then the darker yellow on the vertical lines. I think that'll give us a little bit of variation and I think it'll look nice. Oh, I'll go ahead and color in her bow too. Little headband. Oh my gosh, that's so stinking cute. And these bows. Because if we need to darken them, I mean, we have a darker yellow, so we can do that. I don't think the light yellow going across is quite giving me what I was looking for, so I'll go back over it with our darker yellow. Yeah, which is why it's so important to plan ahead. Not that this would have mattered, I guess. Plan ahead in general, though. For her hair, I'm gonna start with our lighter purple and then we can use our darker purple for the shadows. Okie dokie. I doodled, oh, can't even see me pointing. I doodled a couple of ideas down here and by the second one, I was already in love with it. So I think that's what we're gonna go with and it's just gonna be her on a blankie with butterflies around her, maybe a little butterfly on her fingy with a background that is just a circle with, I think I'll just do like a painterly sky or something behind there. That's what is in my brain anyway. So we're gonna try it. I have a piece of our marker paper here, the same marker paper that I used to swatch up here that I'm going to have for our final piece. Yeah, I mean, that's just about it. So I guess we just need to get to sketching. I think I'm going to start with figuring out where I want the line to be, where she's sitting. Actually, I treated myself to a new tool. Compass. I went ahead and got a little set of this and like little protractors and things like that just to make my life a little bit easier. And actually, you know what? I'm just gonna prop this up here for reference, and that way I don't have to worry about things sliding all over the place. I want this line to be just below halfway, and then that's where the circle is gonna start. So let me see if I can figure this out. No, I do want it to be that big though, so maybe I just need to scoot it down a little bit. Yeah, that's better. Great. Okay, here we go. Already too big. Try to get the base pose in here first before I get too focused on the other elements. Let's see. Try to figure out where her little leggies would be. I feel like a knee would be here. Kind of look like Barney feet, but it'll be a good placeholder just so I know where the things are. Does that look right? Yeah, because her dress is going to be all around her, so that'll be fine. I want her to be looking at the butterfly, so let me see if I can get this head position in here. I think this arm is reading a little too short. Let's see, where would the elbow be? Like this. And I think this arm would technically be bent a little bit, just to give it a little bit more length. Now, what would this hand look like? Got our thumb, fingies like that. Oh God, something like that. I don't. Listen, hands are just not my strong suit. We'll work on that in a minute. I don't know why, but I always start focusing on the most difficult parts first. And I think I just turn my brain to mush most of the time. I don't like that neck size either. I am definitely going to have to look up this hand reference for sure. I wanted it to be like a princessy hand pose to where it's like turned back towards her face and then like the little butterflies on the fingy. So that would mean, hang on a second. That would mean that the pinky would be facing us. So the pointer would be here. Pinky, these would be kind of curled in. The pinky would be too, but a little bit more dainty. What is that? Oh gosh. Let me see if I can get the big shapes down before I start focusing on the fingers. Proceeds to draw the fingers. Anyway. I think that's a good start because I can at least tell what the heckin' I want it to look like. It just looks a little too stiff, so I need to fix that real quick. Okay, I think that's a good hand. That's fine. Yes. And also, well, I mean, yes, we need to dress her. But as far as the pose goes, I think that is a good. Yeah, I really like putting circles as the backgrounds. I just feel like it makes it come together a little bit more without being overwhelming with a full background, and it doesn't overwhelm my brain. Backgrounds are not generally my thing, but I am trying to get better at it. I want her dress to be nice and flowy, but she's also sitting on it, so you know, we just gotta keep that in mind. Get these legs out of here now so I can actually see what the dress is doing. That's another thing I need to work on is how fabrics sit and flow. I'm not an expert on that, so that. Hands, what else? What else do we need to work on? Everything. Big old buttons. And her bows. Oh, it's so cute. Okay. I don't want to get too wrapped up in the gingham pattern yet, but I'm definitely going to need some guidelines. Okay, that's pretty stinking cute. I also wanted to do the blanket, like she was sitting on it, but that it was drooping over the side too. But maybe it's laying a little bit more flat. That way it doesn't take away, you know? And I do want it to be that quilted texture that we were talking about.
So I'm gonna just draw little squares. Maybe have some flowers or like greenery back here popping out of the circle. I'm just gonna do some squiggles because I want those to be, I don't know, just natural. I don't want to put like any edges there yet. That would make sense if she's surrounded by butterflies, that there would be flowers here too. Little butterfly there. Just gonna draw little ones everywhere. I also want those to be very faint, like the pink only. So, I mean, we'll see how it comes out, but that's the idea in my brain. Now it's time for the best parts, in my opinion, and the most nerve-wracking. I'm gonna do the face and the hair. And I do want her hair to be pretty flowy, so easy enough. I also wanted her to have freckles, so I can't forget those. Okay, yeah, I think that's a pretty good start for the face and the hair. For a sketch, anyway. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. And so I'm going to lighten her, and then I think I am going to do line work for this one. Lighten her up. Okay, so I got the guidelines on there for the gingham, and I think it's pretty good. Lighten it, and then just use the yellow, I guess. Make me nervous, but we shall. Also gonna erase the rest of the pencil that I can see in her. That way we can just go ahead and color after. Also, I don't know what happened to this hand, but just don't look at it. This one's fine. Overall, I feel like the line work turned out pretty ding dang good. I think I'm gonna take our light yellow and do the lines just to make me feel better about it. Okay, honestly, I don't think that looks too shabby. My eyes were going a little cross there for a minute. Okay, I want to do our underpainting. I think I'm going to use this color, which is our YG040. I think that'll be a good. Okay, and then I think I'm going to use our underpainting to kind of sketch in where the plants and things will be. Also fill in the background except for where the clouds will be, because it'll make it look a little bit more, I don't know, like clouds. Now that that's done, we get to do the absolutely fun part and color. I'm going to do just like we did on the sketch. Do the skin first. I also need to figure out how to get this texture on the quilt, but I think I have an idea. I think I'll do one piece at a time just to make sure that the colors do what we're expecting them to. Plus they get a little moment to meet each other while they're still wet. I'm also realizing that I don't ever give my characters fingernails. Not sure if that's a problem. However, I'm sure it would help my hands look a little daintier if they did exist. Saved the scariest part for last, which is the face. And I'm just hoping that our line work does not smudge. Skin, good. Let's do the dress next. Really anywhere that there's gonna be yellow. So we'll have to do the bows and the bow in her hair too. Oh, and the ruffles down here. I don't know. I think I might leave the light yellow as the gingham. I kind of like it now, and I like the contrast between the two different yellows. If it is not my MO to change up things after I've already finalized it, I don't know what is. Technically, our blanket is also this color first. Not only, but you know. And then this color, our V030, and then our R22. Now I think what I'm gonna do to get that textury look is take my white gel pen and basically go every other one and do little lines across it, because it will absorb some of the color that's already here and not be so white. I think it'll give us the effect that we're looking for. And if not, I mean, I guess we're getting ready to find out, huh? I'm gonna let that dry a little bit before I decide if we're gonna have to go over it again with, I don't know, a color of some sort. Oh, I did the same color for her buttons. Whoops. Okie dokie. Now let's do the hair. Every time I see a girly character with purple hair, I can not see anything else except Leela from Futurama. One eye, two eyes, doesn't matter. It's Leela. I'm gonna zhuzh it out a little bit with our purple again. The other purple, the light purple. Blue for the eyeballs with a touch of our darker blue up top. I'm so nervous about this pink. For her lips, we're gonna still do the very light pink, and hopefully that'll pop enough. I'm gonna go ahead and make the butterfly the light pink, but I think the inside I will do the dark pink, just like I did without even thinking. Yeah, I think that's good. And then I'm gonna do the same thing for the butterflies around her. Yeah, I think that's pretty stinking cute. And then I think I'm just gonna like do little sprays of color down here to suggest flowers. Last but not least, we need to put our little highlight shiny bits because, I mean, is something even finished without little dots of gel pen? No. Oh, I just realized I forgot her freckles. I made it a big stink that I wanted to do freckles. Dang it. Okay, crisis averted. Okay, I'm going to erase some of my lines, and then whenever we come back, it'll be all done. Okie dokie, artichokes. Here it is, all done. Our full spread of our sweet little character here that we got inspired to make from a cereal box. Here is the full artwork that we came up with today. I absolutely love it. I don't really have any complaints, which seems to be more often than not nowadays, but I'll definitely take that. I really love her dress. I love how the butterfly that she has on her finger is the only one that's outlined. And I think the blanket turned out really super stinking cute and looks just like our little cereals here. I think that's like that's a pretty good comparison if you ask me. I love doing this, I guess, challenge, if you will, because if this does not prove that art inspiration is everywhere, I don't know what does. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today while we doodled this whole spread. I had a blast. I hope you did too. And if you doodled along, please post your creations on social media and tag me. You can find me here on Instagram and here on Blue Sky. I would absolutely love to see anything that you create. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps out the channel a whole bunch. And until I see you next week, don't forget to be kind to yourself. Bye!